Hindi mo kasi alam ang tunay na kapangyarihan ng kadiliman. Kailangan kong sundin ang aking master.
And that's what Darth Vader sounds like in Filipino.
Huli na ang lahat para sa akin, anak.
I'm just in a fast food restaurant right now, but I'm in a nicer mall. So this is a nicer environment to be in, even if it's just fast food. And I get a little bit of a view here of some pretty clouds and a little bit of a city skyline.
I requested for the biggest part when I ordered. So when I saw them small, I asked the cashier to give me the bigger parts, and they were so nice because I really had to get these from like the other container. I would say this restaurant has a better ambience compared to the other one we usually go to, and we should come here more often than the other place, I guess.
I think that this shows you that sometimes just to get in a little bit better environment, get in a nicer place, it doesn't even necessarily cost you more money, because this costs you the same as going to one of the crappy branches, you know, or going to a place where you're going to have people harassing you, begging you for money while you're trying to eat, or one that's dirty and loud. How's this outfit look? The pants don't fit though, I can't move. They're way too small. I don't know if this is my color.
Oh yeah, that's not our color, I know.
How's the shirt look?
Looks good.
Is it me, this shirt?
I think so. Where are you gonna wear it?
To the gym, maybe?
Yeah, looks nice.
I have to think if I'm gonna get this shirt or not. Do you think I should get it? We're definitely getting into rainy season, and one problem that you have with the Philippines, anytime it rains even just a little bit, there's flooding, it causes a lot of problems with traffic, and definitely you have to be careful where you step getting your feet wet, because you could get leptospirosis, and trust me, you definitely don't want leptospirosis.
I see you.
You see me where?
The TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What's your name again?
Travis.
Yeah, Travis. Yeah.
Very cool.
You love cooking Filipino food, right?
Oh. Stay dry. I'm here with Brian. He's been watching my videos for a while now, right?
Definitely.
And you've also been supporting me on Patreon. So
Damn Skippy.
Thank you very much for that, because it helps us bring everyone these videos. And you've been in the Philippines. How many times have you been to the Philippines?
4 times.
4 times? That's great. And you're getting married soon, right?
Yes, we are.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks, dude.
And now you're not from the United States.
Canada.
Canada, a proud Canadian here, right?
Canada's a damn good country. I don't understand why people say anything else.
You know what? I don't know a lot about Canada, unfortunately. You'll have to forgive my ignorance, because I'm from the United States, and, well, they don't tell us anything about Canada. But I've been to Canada a few times. I used to go to Windsor, Ontario, actually. Have you been to Windsor?
Twice.
And you're from Calgary.
Calgary, Alberta.
You know, it's funny, originally I'm from North Dakota, which borders Canada, but I'd never been to Canada while I lived in North Dakota. But then I went to college in Michigan, and right across the river from Detroit is Windsor, Ontario. So, and you could go into the bars in Canada when you're like 18 or 19, I believe. So, being underage. So I would go to Windsor, Ontario, and go to nightclubs and stuff, and meet girls. Most of those girls were from the United States, though. But I wouldn't mind spending some more time up in Canada. How do you like the weather here compared to Calgary?
It's hot and wet, sort of like somebody took a damp towel and threw it over you as soon as you arrive.
It's hot and wet, yeah.
Takes quite a bit to get used to.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get used to. What do you prefer, though? The weather here in the Philippines, or the seasonal weather that you have up in Canada? And you have some pretty cold temperatures
Exactly, but at least you can put on some clothes when you're cold.
I've been telling people that all along. I'd rather have it 32 degrees than 90 degrees and humid like it is here, because when it's hot, there's just nothing that you can do to get cool. When it's cold, you could always put on more clothes.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's funny because so many people, they tell me, oh, I want to go move to the Philippines because the weather's so great there. It's like, are you kidding me? It's so hot and uncomfortable
Yeah.
here. The weather is one of my, I love the Philippines, but the weather is one of my least favorite things about it. And I always tell people, hey, if you want good weather, the best weather in the world, it's in SoCal. And there's a lot of other good things about California, a lot of good things about here, but that's what's great, that you've come here and you're experiencing different things. I know you've been to a lot of different countries. What's, out of all the countries that you've been to, what's your favorite country?
Favorite in the world would have to be my home, Canada.
Well, we
You
got
head
to
out
disqualify
to the
that.
far west, hit Victoria, so I'm outside of my
Okay.
home city. You have a beautiful area, coast, much more calm climate, it stays warmer, it's very clean, everybody's laid back, it's gorgeous. It's kind of like having England with less people. Lovely place.
Outside of Canada, what's your favorite?
Outside of Canada, I would say England out of the places that I've been to.
England.
Now you head out into the countryside around there and there's just so much history. You can go to an
Absolutely.
old cathedral, a church or something that's been around for longer than all of the Canadian history put together.
I think Canada, they have closer ties to England than the United States.
Well, we still share a queen.
You said you hold the Queen of England in high regard.
Yeah. When I was going to school, we still sung a song in praise to her.
Sing the song.
I don't remember it. That has been quite a few years.
I had to put you on the spot there.
If I could remember it, I'd sing it for you.
It's kind of like, for me, my favorite country, when people ask me that question, well, of course my favorite country is the United States, my country, and but of course outside of my homeland, I would have to say the Philippines. I mean, I know you enjoy the Philippines a lot.
Otherwise, I
And-
wouldn't be here 4 times.
Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't spend so much money coming, visiting, and spending so much time here. But I love the Philippines. It's my favorite country outside of the United States. But the main reason I love the Philippines so much is just because it's such a friendly culture here. That's the real beauty of the country, I think, because all these other things, yeah, Manila's an interesting city in Asia to see, but there's interesting cities all over. There's beautiful tropical places all over the world, and well, not all over the world, but within the tropics anyways. But what really separates the Philippines for me is the people. And I've had good experiences here, I've had bad experiences here, but that's going to go with anywhere. A lot of people say, oh, well, you act like you've never had a bad experience in the Philippines. And it is, you know, the thing is, I try and focus more on the positive, and I understand that. But I am, of course, looking forward to going back to the United States too, because being outside of my country for so long, it's really made me appreciate my own country so much. So I think maybe in the future my next travel series should be around the United States, because I think there's a lot of interesting things, and now I can look at things from a different perspective. But I would love to get to Canada too, other than just Windsor, Ontario, which is what's Windsor known for? Maybe a little bit of a party city and the casinos, right?
That's about it.
That's about it. Yeah, that's not a good necessarily a representation of seeing the whole of Canada.
Exactly. If you want to see all of Canada, you need to see some of the prairie, and you need to see some of the Rocky Mountains, you need to see some of the coast.
Yeah, well, I like prairies. I'm from North Dakota, so I've seen a lot of prairies. And people say that, oh, I love the ocean because it's so beautiful. But I like looking at prairie because to me, that's beautiful.
Yes,
But
definitely.
we're glad that you're here, and we're glad that you're getting married. You found the woman for you.
Yes, I have.
What else would you like to say about the Philippines, your impressions of it? I know you love it because you've spent so much time here.
Yes. Well, first arriving, you will have a culture shock. There'll be things that will jar you, but you have to take that as part of the experience when you arrive. You have to look past it. There's people living their lives here, and they live their lives as they live their lives. So if you look past the initial shock and into what's really happening around, that's when you start to get the real feel and the fun of the place.
And how long have you been watching my videos for now?
I believe I saw the first one 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
It was a dead day at work. I had nothing to do for 7.5 hours. I was searching Philippines and came across one of your videos. And 12 videos later, I had to subscribe, and I have seen, I believe, all of them.
You've seen all of my videos.
I believe I have. I look at the list, and if it's got a check mark on it, I've seen.
Then you've seen over 300 videos of mine. Out of all my videos, what are some of your favorites, or a couple of your favorites?
The ones where you're really showing an area in documentary fashion, where you get a flavor for a place, and you get to say, that looks so neat, I would like to see it, and even if I don't get to see it, at least I got a taste of it.
Well, thank you very much, because one of my goals is to always show people things in a different way. Even if it's maybe something they've seen before, I'd at least like to show it to them from a different perspective, a unique perspective. You know, wherever I'm shooting, whether it's the Philippines or whether it's someplace in the United States, like even Los Angeles, which is one of the most probably the most photographed city in the world, because that's where they shoot up most of the movies. But I always try and find a place, like even if it's just a corner or an alleyway that hasn't been shot, or just show people, even if they've seen it before, show it to them in a new way. So, but I think that that's great that you're watching. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you for being part of the Patreon family and helping us bring these out. We really appreciate it.
If it's worth watching that many videos, then it's worth supporting.
Thank you very much, and thank you for dinner tonight.
You're welcome.